Morning, gang. How's everyone doing? Man, it's early. It's today, the 4th of March, 2019. I want to welcome all of you who are watching this or who will watch this. So we're going to get started because we start on time. So good morning, everybody. Good day. Welcome. If you're watching this live, this is the 40-Day Turn Up Global 2019 edition. So if you're watching this and you're not a part of that, then this may not be relevant to you. However, if you are, welcome. I'm going to get started for those of you who are here live and for those of you who watch it archived a bit later. So it's amazing because here we are on the 4th of March and we are halfway home. You guys are 3 weeks into this. We have endured 3 weeks together, gang. So you should feel like really excited about that. 3 weeks, I mean, let's start off by praising you. You've done a great job. I mean, you hung in there. You sacrificed. You've given up things. You've done what you didn't feel like doing. You went when you didn't feel like going. Maybe you made some mistakes, but you've gotten better. And what's most important is you didn't quit. You never gave up. You never stopped. You never quit. So kudos to you all. Now, today's live, the reason why I wanted to go live last week was literally one of the craziest weeks of my life. I had so much to do. I never had the opportunity to even drop in with you all. But this week is going to be much better. I want to start off today by giving you like a halfway assessment. So today I want to talk about, where are we? What needs to happen? What are some things we've done right? What are some things we're doing wrong? What am I seeing? What adjustments can we make? So this is all about doing what we can and having this is like halftime. It's almost like the class the other day. This is the time for us to kind of assess what we've done in order to finish strong, to make the adjustments to finish strong. Now, I've seen one or two things that I'm going to get started. I've seen people at this point who started off poorly. They were slow. They didn't do what they were supposed to do. I've known people who were halfway in the process and hadn't lost anything. And they make up their mind at that point that, hey, if I don't get on this thing now, a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks will be over. I've seen people to lose nothing and then turn around and lose 20 pounds in 3 weeks. I've seen it. Likewise, I've seen people who started off great. They lost 10 pounds in the first 2 weeks or 15 pounds in the first 2 weeks. And then they start smelling themselves. And then they start to allow the successes of their future to be on the accomplishments of their past. And they never lost another pound. I've seen both sides of the spectrum. So if you started off great, let's finish great. If you started off poorly, let's get it together, man. I mean, if this isn't going to work for you, I don't know how many programs that are out there that are going to give you the support within the model of a small group, a buddy, a leader, videos, live streams, classes. I don't know who's going to do that. So if this is not working for you, you got to look at yourself in the mirror and say, you know what, I'm taking the responsibility. So let's go ahead and get started. First of all, I want to give a big shout out to all of my turn-uppers at New Birth, the church here in Lithonia, Georgia. Big shout out to you guys. You guys hosted me last Saturday. You were great host. The room, the energy in the room was great. The excitement in the room was great. The questions, the interactivity was excellent. You leaders of that group are doing a great job. I really had a wonderful time. meeting with you all and just fellowshipping with you all. Where am I going to be this Saturday? I don't know. You'll just have to wait and see. So big out to all my family out at New Birth. I love you guys. I love your church, your pastor. Wish you the absolute best. I'm so glad that I had the opportunity to be with you all last Saturday. And thank you for receiving me while I was with you, okay? So let's go ahead and get started. At this point, the first thing I want to cover is, what should I be experiencing? When I say I'm not talking about me. I'm talking about a person who is in the 40-day turn-up. At this state of the game, what should you be experiencing if you are a participant? Okay. Number one, you should be experiencing continual weight loss. You should be to the point that every week you've gotten lighter and lighter and lighter. And it should be that the first week you lost the most weight, second week, second highest amount of weight, and then the third week. But you should be to a point, and this list that I'm going to give you is going to be a list that when you're watching this, you're going to be able to assess to say, okay, I'm in good standing, I'm not in good standing, or I could work on this. So number one, you should be to the point to where you experience continual weight loss. Continue. Number two, at this point, you should be dialed into your regimen, okay? You should not be surprised as to what you should be eating. Girl, we can eat that. Bro, we can eat that for real. You shouldn't be there. It's too far. You're too deep in the game to be wondering about what you should eat. Likewise, you shouldn't be eating things that you have no business eating. Oh, we can't have this? I expect that in the first day, the first week, the first session. But no, those are what we call rookie mistakes. At this point, number one, you should have experienced continual weight loss, number one. Number two, you should be completely dialed into this process. You should know exactly what you should be eating and what you should not be eating. Number three, at this state of the game, this process should be easy for you. It should be easy. It should be automatic. It should be habitual. It should be religious. It should be perpetual, revolving, almost to the point to where it's effortless. Am I saying that you're not tempted? No, I'm not saying that. But I'm saying the process of waking up, eating more frequently, cooking your own meals, timing yourself, eating small. You should be to the point to where you are in a rhythm, okay? That you are in a type, this is easy for you, it's a part of my life. I know what I'm supposed to be doing. I'm preparing my meals. I'm not eating this stuff. I'm eating all the things that I know I need to eat. I'm getting my water in, you know. It should be like this for you. You should be like the person who can navigate a house with their eyes closed. Maybe the first week you're having references. Man, I got to do this. I got to do that. You know, ABC 1, 2, 3. But at this state of the game, it should be easy. Lastly, at this point, what should you be experiencing? You should feel like you are in full stride. Okay? At this point, you should be like the NBA, the National Basketball League, or the NFL when they're like at mid-season. When you're at mid-season, you know who you are as a team. You know you've made the adjustments. You moved this person. You fired this person. You cut this person, gotten that person. That's where you should be. You should be to the point to where your goal is only a matter of you continuing to do what you've been doing. You shouldn't be to the point to where you like, man, I really messed that up. You know, I got to do this. I hadn't been drinking my water. You shouldn't be there. You should be to the point to where you're in full stride, to where your goals are within striking distance. That 3 weeks away, maybe you're 8 pounds in. Man, all I got to do is gain, you know, lose another 2 or 3 pounds, or lose another 5 or 7 pounds, or, you know, if I continue this, my blood pressure will continue to go down. You should be in full stride, and at this state of the game, your goals should be within reach. They should be within what I call striking distance, okay? So that's number one. I just went over the 4 things of what you should be experiencing. Continual weight loss, dialed into your regimen. The process should be easy. Fourthly, you should be in your full stride. Number 2, I want to review some things that are concerning me. As your coach, as your internet pastor, as your support system, whatever I am to you, okay? What is it that I'm seeing at this point due to experience? Because we've done this with thousands of people. We've done this the last 2 years, specifically the 40-day turn-up. Before the 40-day turn-up, we had the journey, which was similar but had a different, it was a different execution, for those of you who remember. But with my experience, my knowledge, what I'm seeing in the Facebook posts, the pictures, let me go over with you some things that are concerning me. Now, as I'm going over these things, you cannot be the sensitive person who's not ready to be critiqued. There's no room for sensitivity when you're trying to get better in life. You should always be a person who is open to letting someone that you know, love, respect, trust, or who has attained something that you have not, if ever you are around a person like that in life, you should always be open to their critique of you. Now, I'm not talking about people who are overweight trying to tell you how to get in shape. You know, it's like, how you gonna tell me that? But if there's a person who loves you, admire, who is there for you, that you respect, that they have an awareness or knowledge, or they have accomplished, or they are doing what you're trying to do, you need to be open to that critique. And I should be a person that y'all know, love, trust, admire. You see the many people that I've worked with haven't taken advantage of anybody. Okay? This has been a ministry. This is the time for us to go through what we have to do in terms of what concerns me. Number 1, I'm concerned with people who've only lost a few pounds. 1, 2, 3 pounds. I'm concerned. Does that mean you can't bounce back? Does that mean you can't finish strong? No, but I'm keeping it real. When you look at what we're eating, 4 to 5 meals a day, 400 calories or less. We've removed bread, pasta, crackers, wheat. We're eating anti-inflammatory foods. 80% of your meals are plant-based. You're eating lean meats, foods that you're cooking yourself, no sugar, none of that stuff. If you were eating like you were supposed to eat, you would not be down only 2 and 3 pounds. So it comes a moment when you have to be real with yourself and say, you know what? I'm not. Don't fool yourself. Or don't try to fool your peers, your group people, your leader, or even me by saying, well, you know, I don't know why I can't lose weight. You really do know. When you really are honest with yourself and look at yourself in the mirror, you really know, man, you know what? I know I haven't been doing what I'm supposed to do. He's right. Okay? So I'm concerned at people who have not lost a few pounds. If that's you, you have to own it. You have to own it. I've equipped you, taught you how to read labels, taught you how to balance your meals, and given you endless pictures. For those of you who saw it live, gave you my slides. You were able to see the video. Did the art of the adjustment last week. You've got your Facebook posts. You've got group members, peers. Everything is in place for you to succeed. If you have only lost 1 or 2 pounds, you have to look at yourself in the mirror, take ownership of that, and do what you know you need to do. Because if you keep on saying, well, I don't know what's going on, time will have come and gone, and we on to the next one. Okay? Number 2, people who are still not eating plant-based meals. That concerns me. Still looking at plates that are not 80-20. And I'm not going to go into what 80-20 means, because at this moment, you should know what 80-20 is. You should know what a plate should look like, what a breakfast meal or a first meal or a second meal. You should know what that should look like. You should know that the way we eat is when we're eating 80% of our meals are plant-based. You should know that. Okay, period. Some of you, it's like half and half. You still seeing too much sausage, processed meats, too much turkey bacon, too much regular bacon. You want to taper that stuff out. And when you use bacon, or if you're using things of that nature, you want to use it as a flavor adder, not necessarily something that you're trying to get full on. You don't need 3 and 4 slices of bacon. You don't need that. That stuff is bacon is one of those things that if you never ate it again, you wouldn't miss anything from a health vantage point. It should be something that you're eating once, maybe 2 times per week. Okay. Number 3, third thing that concerns me: people who are not consuming enough water. Many people are not consuming water because you're not understanding that water is intricate in your ability to burn fat. It keeps when you're not properly hydrated, okay, then the liver has to stop doing what it's supposed to do to help the kidneys. You give the body the water that it needs, and the kidneys are able to flush toxins. Then the liver is able to go back to work, filter everything that you're eating, and help you burn fat. The second thing water does is it helps to keep you satiated on fewer calories. Okay? So when you're drinking water throughout the day, most people, when they think they're hungry, it's not really physiological hunger, but it's psychological hunger. A lot of people are really thirsty and not hungry. All right. Number 4, fourth thing that concerns me: people who are not active. You're still not walking. You're still not running. You're still not jump roping. Listen, you don't have to have a gym. Hold on, let me show y'all. Well, Pastor, I travel and I do this and I'm not a part of a gym. Y'all hold tight. Watch this. Here is my suitcase, right? Suitcase. Check this out. Watch, I can't find it. Lord, don't let me look stupid. Hold on, y'all. Here we go. Look at this. Jump rope. I keep it in my bag because I travel so much. Keep this with me. Anywhere I go, man, I can do something. I can go outside right now. If the weather's bad and I can't go anywhere, get a jump rope. I keep it in my luggage. I have 2 of them. One of them I keep in my bag, my travel bag, whenever I'm traveling. So if I'm in a hotel, in the country, out the country, doesn't matter. I've got that. Go out, get my workout in, burn my calories. So if I don't have that, you can do jumping jacks. You can walk. You can run. You can swim. You have to do something. You will not attain victory in life not being active. Now, although the vast majority of your success is going to be diet, you have to move, okay? So it's very, very important. All right, now, let me tell you, a lot of people are doing something that I want to cover right now very, very quickly. And that is, you're doing what you think is important for you. Like, I'll tell you what I mean. Some of you are saying, well, okay, I'll eat every 3 hours. And some of you say, well, I may not eat every 3 hours. I'm going to eat every 4 hours. I'm just not going to eat every 3 hours. And some people may drink the water, but I'm not going to work out. Or some people eat right and drink water. Or some people eat right and work out, but they don't drink the water. People are going through this process, picking what they want to do. And see, when you're doing that, what you're doing is you're selling yourself short because you're not trusting what I know works. You're not trusting the process. This thing is very synergistic, okay? It's not just eating 400 calories or less. It's not just eating every 3 hours. It's not just drinking half of your body weight in ounces. It's not just exercising, burning 300 to 400 calories 4 to 5 times per week. It's not just coming to the classes. It's not just posting, but it's all of it when you combine it and you do it with the fullness of your energy, of your efforts, fully engaged. And when you do it to the best of your ability, something magical happens, and you see people who have major results. Okay, folk who've lost 20, 30, 40 pounds in this process. That's what happens when you're doing everything. People who are on medication get off. People who were diabetics and now their doctors are saying, man, we have to adjust your insulin because you're on the road to being off of this. This is what happens. So for the next 3 weeks, stop doing what you think you need to do. Do what I'm telling you to do, even when it doesn't make sense. Do what I'm telling you to do. I know what I'm talking about. Your leaders know what they're talking about. We know what we're doing. We have perfected this, but we're still getting better, okay? The last thing I want to share with you, and I'm going to give you a couple of updates and we'll sign off, is I had a great offline conversation before we went live on Saturday with the team up at New Birth. And I was going over something with them that I want to share with you, and that is we had a conversation about finding foods that you are allergic to. Now, you'll be surprised the things that you're allergic to that you have no clue that you're allergic to, because we as Americans eat so many crappy processed foods that have chemicals and additives. And most of the things that we react to are those additives that are man-made, the chemicals, the food dyes, the preservatives, so on and so forth. But a lot of you may be eating natural foods. It may be fruits, vegetables, or the like, even certain meats that your body has a mild allergic reaction to that could be impeding your progress. Whenever you eat food and you feel these 3 symptoms, gas, bloating, indigestion, those should never be experienced if you're eating foods in the right volume and foods that you have no allergic reaction to. When you have a mild or even a severe, in many cases, allergic reaction to foods, it's going to even cause hives or some type of outbreaks. But if it's mild, you'll be gassy, bloated. You feel a bit distension in your stomach. When you feel that there's certain things that are just not boding well for you, remove them. If you're experiencing constipation, ask yourself, how much dairy am I eating? Are you eating cheese? Are you eating yogurt? Are you eating that more than once per day? If you're noticing that, take the dairy out. You can get protein from other sources besides yogurt. There's a lot of different ways you can get it. Take it out for a week. Give your body a break. See how your body changes, okay? Very, very important. Identify them and remove them. All right, gang, last couple things and I'm going to sign off. The very, very last class is going to be a class where you're going to meet early in the morning. I think we meet at either 7:30 or 8. Don't hold me to those exact times. But heretofore, you've been meeting on your sessions later on in the day. But on that final weigh-in, and you'll get the information about this, on that final week of the process, we're going to have you all come in to weigh in as a group first thing in the morning, fasted, meaning you don't eat or drink anything until you get on the scale and take your weight. Now, what you can do, you can bring your food with you, okay? And then after you get on the scale, then you eat. The reason why I want you to fast, and the reason why we do it early, is because I don't want you to have to wait until 10, 11, 12 o'clock just to eat. That's why we want to do this. We want to weigh you in early that morning so we can get the truest assessment of where you are, okay? The last thing is I want to see all of you at graduation. I want you all to make plans to be here. It's going to be March the 24th at 3 p.m. If you can be in Atlanta, I want you to be in Atlanta. We're going to have a great time celebrating you. If you can fly, drive by hook or crook, whatever you need to do to be here, I want you to be here so we can celebrate you. Graduation is always a great event here in Atlanta. We want to host you. I want to know you. Even if you want to come in the day before and you want to worship with us on that Sunday, we'll do that. Maybe we can plan a couple of things. Maybe we can have a little party or a picnic. Maybe we can whip that together. That'd be great if we could do that. That'd be awesome. Just thinking about the potentials of what we could do. We may have to put that together, okay? All right, gang, love you all. Hope you're well. Hope you're blessed. Hang in there, and I'll look to see you soon. Peace and blessings. Keep on doing a great job. Peace.